All right, well, romance tier list from video games. Found this one, tier maker. Thought I'd make a video on it. So straight up, never played Greedfall. Have no idea what any of these characters are. No opinion. Don't know them. So I don't can't really say much on them. I will say the guy with the big hat is clearly the best one because he's got the biggest hat. Actually, this guy needs to be last because he's got the worst hat. His may be bigger, but hers is a little more unique, I guess. So yeah, Will. Will's going to B. He's okay. He is probably one of the least interesting characters in Baldur's Gate 3. So it's hard to have much opinions on him. He's not bad though. He's just a straight character. Straight as in straight and narrow, like standard guy in comparison to the rest of the characters. So everybody else is just so much more interesting, and yeah, I just don't find him. Yeah, so he's not bad. He's one of the better ones in this tier list, but yeah, sadly he's in Baldur's Gate 3, which has an amazing selection. Anders is an A tier. Great guy. Did I say Anders? I mean Alistair. Alistair's a great guy. He's definitely up there in Dragon Age Origins. Um, I don't really do it that often. Again, I almost always play dudes. I'm a straight guy, so I don't do gay romances almost ever. But his is all right. It's really cool when spoilers for these games, by the way, but when he becomes king and when you become queen, that's a cool story. Really hype ending to the ending of Dragon Age. Anders is in D. He's in the Origins DLC. He's not bad, I guess, but man, Dragon Age 2, Dragon Age 2 isn't a very great game, but he's literally a terrorist, so there's that. Hard to really like a literal terrorist, so yeah. Astarion, we'll put him in A. He's really good. Definitely one of the more interesting characters. He's got two paths, a goody one and a bad one. The bad one is interesting to say the least, but definitely the good one is the better one. And he really evolves throughout. You know, he's a scared guy living under the boot of somebody else, and he gets his freedom. It's a really nice story. Baldur's Gate 3, all of these characters are awesome, and he just comes through it really good. It's really satisfying. Basla, S tier. Fucking S tier. She's she's my babe. KOTOR 1 is the best game ever, and she's the best romance in that game. S tier. She's awesome. Bringing her back from spoilers. The dark side feels really cool. It's kind of sappy. There isn't that much build up, but what is there is really good. The age gap of the lore characters is kind of weird. I never. She's like what, 19 in the game in the lore? I never felt like she was that young, but she is a Padawan, so that is the one possible criticism. But in its day, it was very good. Again, the age gap thing is a little bit. I could see putting it in A, but I ain't doing that, so it's not happening. Kate, hmm, the drug story is good, like getting her off of it. Kind of a lame way to do it and just find a magic, no addiction thing. But her struggle's good. She's one of the more interesting ones, to be honest. I always hit her. Sounds bad, but it's just so fucking funny when you use the melee on her and she goes shite. It's just, I love it. But I'm gonna put her in B. That might change. I don't think she's an A though. Karth, he just doesn't want to talk about it. Honestly, should have a tier that says doesn't want to talk about it. But He's okay. He's not as good as Basla to me. When you do the dark side playthrough, he kind of just runs away and lets you kill a kid, which is kind of not very courageous, Karth. Not like he was going to be able to stop you, but still, um, it is really cool where he tries to, in your story, come back and persuade you to change the ending, which I believe you are allowed to swap again. I mostly play male Revan. It's been a while since I played a female one, but he's still good. It's just a little shame that he doesn't want to talk about it. Cassandra, her sappy stuff with the book is really good. Like, or wanting to read Dwarf Dude's book, sappy romance book. She's kind of cute in that way. She's pretty good. My favorite in Inquisition for sure. I don't entirely know where I would put her. I'm gonna put her in A though for now. I mean, it is pretty good. Definitely the best in the game. I don't think that game has the greatest one. Like, I'll be honest, none of them in that game are going S. But she's definitely the best one, so we'll put her in A. And yeah, this guy, not Jacob. What's his name? Steve Cortez. Steve Cortez. I've only seen the romance on YouTube, to be honest. Never done it in my actual playthrough. I would definitely go Caden though if I was playing a gay character. Because he's a gay guy. He's not bad. He's just solid. Like, I mean, he's there in the last game or his romances, so it's really sad in the beginning. You feel for him. I don't think he has a lot of time to develop though, especially in comparison to the other characters in the game that he's in, which is probably his biggest detractor. So honestly, I might just put him in C. Like, I don't know if that's fair or not, but it's where he's gonna go for now. Because it's just, yeah, there's so many good romances in the game that he's in. Colin, um, we'll go B. Yeah, he's good. He's an all-rounder. I've only ever done it once. Seems good. Again, it's actually an addiction story with him. I think Kate's was better, but yeah, I think he's a solid B. Solid B. He was in the first game. Was he in the second game? He might have actually been in the second game too, but Dragon Age 2 is the game I played the least of the Dragon Ages. And for good reason. Diana Allers, also known as Battle Tits. Yeah, D tier. There's like nothing there. Seems so weird. Like, Shepard, what are you doing? This is not okay. She is definitely going to tell everybody that she slept with you. You should not be doing that. Really weird, but really funny in Gamer Poop. So Dorian, I actually like Dorian. It's kind of unique. We'll put him in B. I think he's better than Colin, to be honest. Solid guy. Tevinter, mage. Yeah, he's just more unique. I like the way he speaks. It's good. It's definitely good. Now, this guy, the slave guy, Fenris. Kind of an edgelord. Putting him in C. I'm not really into the edgelord dudes, at least. But I don't really blame him either. He's just like, yeah, dance. Robot hater. I mean, synth. Yeah, D, but probably definitely ahead of these guys. Yeah, there's not a lot there, and he's kind of hateful the whole time. And then he's like, "Oh no, I'm the thing I hate." Ah, it's like, okay, he's not. Yeah, meh. Like, there's other ones that are better, in my opinion. Like, yeah, definitely John Hancock. He's awesome. He's just funny. Um, all leathery and shit. We'll put him in B. He's funny. He's good. Can't blame him for his lifestyle in that game or in that universe because there's not a lot to look forward to. So, hell yeah, take some jet, bro. Robert McCready, I know this guy as a kid, so it's a little weird now, and I'm boinking him in the game. We'll put him in C. He's okay. Yeah, we'll put him in C, but he's the best of the C. There's not a lot there. No, that's not true. This guy's better. Steve Cortez is way better. He's again, he's all right. Still hate him because I hated him in Fall 3. He's not very nice. So we'll have to put him there. Piper is good. I like Piper. Is it A tier though? It's definitely B tier for sure. But I really like Piper. I'm gonna put her up there. You know, being called blue all the time, even though I'm not wearing it. It's all right. It's kind of funny. She got her sister. Yeah, she's unique enough. The interview's fun. Storyline isn't crazy, actually. I kind of like Kate's storyline better when I think about it. Even though I like Piper better, I actually like Kate's plot better. It's more interesting. So that's tough. Well, no, we'll just put it in A. I like Piper better. Um, Preston, he's got another settlement he needs help with. He's D. Yeah, he's Preston. That's all I need to say about that. Curie, um, definitely a solid C. It's not too much going on there. Kind of cool, you know. Dance wouldn't like her, but because does she count as a synth? Physically, she's not a synth, but I mean, she kind of is one. Gage sucks. D tier. Nobody likes Gage. He is the worst. So, Gale, definite A tier. It's pretty sick. I mean, all the Baldur's Gate 3 romances are amazing, to be honest, for like the little one-off ones. He's really good. I like Gale a lot. I've played with him so much in my first playthrough that I haven't really used him a lot in my other ones because he was an absolute in my party the first playthrough. He was always there. This roman's okay. I mean, he's got a cat. I mean, that's got to be close to S tier, but not quite. Just for the cat. Halson, solid middle. Like he's okay. He he's into some freaky shit. He's into everything. Put him up there. He's he's a fun. He's got some great one-offs. He's fucking jacked. But there's not a whole lot there in comparison to the rest of Baldur's Gate 3. But honestly, he's still great. I might have to bump him up there. But he's one of the lesser Baldur's Gate ones, for sure. Yeah. So, what's this guy? Bowl something? Bowl something? Fuck. Iron Bowl? Yeah, Iron Bowl. I don't know if I've actually ever done this one. But he's not bad. Yeah, I just when I think of Iron Bowl romance, I just don't have a strong opinion in any direction. So I'm gonna put him there. I mean, like even Fenris, I have more of an opinion on, but I kind of just don't like Fenris either, or his romance. So I don't know. I think he deserves to be a little bit up though. We'll put him there. Isabel, yeah, she's allowed in B. She's kind of a dick sometimes. She's got giant tracts of land. I remember teenage me really liked that. It's definitely the one I went with first for the romance, but there isn't a lot there. There isn't a lot there. So we'll put her at the back of B. Jack is A. Jack is a definite A. Really good lover story. Little bit of an edge lord. I guess I don't mind the edge lord women as much. But there's that cool dichotomy, like with if you bang her right away, then you can't actually have a romance with her because you've proven that that's all you cared about. It's really well written in that way. You have to like be genuine with her to get anything. We're gonna throw her up there because she's better than that. Yeah, she's better. Yeah, she's at the front A. Jacob, honestly, he should have his own tier, but we're gonna put him in D. If you know what happens in Mass Effect 3, you know why. He's not so great. I honestly forget this guy's name. He, I don't think I've ever seen the romance outside of YouTube videos, and because of that, like I can't even remember his name right now. He is definitely my least favorite Mass Effect 3 companion, just because like Mass Effect 3 shouldn't be the game that you're just adding new dudes in. Um, so who's gonna go there? I honestly cannot remember his name right now, and I don't feel like that's my fault. I moved Preston up. Seems like he deserves it, to be honest, thinking back. But Javik, at one time fling in your apartment. Javik sucks because DLC issues, and then he still just calls you a dirty primitive, basically, right after. So he's gonna go right there. Definitely gonna have to go there, because there's no way he deserves any other spot than way down there. So, Josephine. She's pretty good. I just like Cassandra way more, but honestly, not bad. Should be right after, right after Karth, I would say. She's alright, fun, diplomat, she's witty. Again, she's not a companion though, so you just don't get nearly as much with her as you would the other ones, because she's one of the advisors. Juhani, honestly, not very good, but it's, amazing was even in the game. Like what, 2003? But there's not a lot there. Put it right in front of Iron Bull. I do like my cat girl. Karlach, S tier. Is there, if you played the game, S tier. It's not to be argued, in my opinion. It's Karlach. What more do you want? So Kelly Chambers, she, in comparison to the other ones in Mass Effect 2, like my God, is she low? But it's kind of funny. You know, she feeds your fish, which is awesome. Like, it's pretty cool. Keeps your fish fed, and then she strips for you, kind of, and just dances in front of you. I don't actually think there's any actual action going in, like, involved in game, but I guess it's implied. But she's fun. She's kind of quirky. She like hits on you really early. Yeah, we'll put her there. And pretty aggressively, or maybe Shepard's the one who does that, to be honest. But yeah, Lae'zel. Ooh, Jack is her. She's fighting for this spot with Jack. She's really good. Love her. I love the whole. She's so clearly scared and so fearful in the Act One, even though she's trying to hide it. And then, the twist comes out. Conflict of faith. Very good. And she's just a powerhouse. She's cool and she's a green alien, babe. I still think Jack is better. More interesting. Leliana. Mm, she better than Karth? Nah. She's not better than Karth. She's good. Um, she like comparing her to my other two favorite romances in that game, she isn't as strong. She has a sick song though that she gets to fucking sing, but she can turn on you. She's not very nice if you do something with some ashes, but she's just solid all around. Her DLC, that whole storyline isn't like fantastic, but it's pretty good. Yeah, she's pretty interesting, but not crazy good either, to be honest. Yeah, so we're gonna. Do I put her higher though? Hmm, nah, she's gonna have to go there. Then Ashley Williams. Everybody says she's like a wicked racist, and I mean, a little bit. She's more like cautious against aliens, but she grows really quickly. Like people keep bringing that up Even if like you're only talking about Mass Effect 3, they bring that up, and that's not fair. She gets over it pretty quickly in Mass Effect 1, as do most of everybody in the ship um, by the end of Mass Effect 1. But I think she's definitely better than Kaidan, which I guess I just spoiled that. But she's not amazing either. But is she better than Kate? She's better than Kate. Yeah, she can go there. Garrus is an S tier. He's your bro. Now, to be honest, I think his best storyline for me, I mostly play a male character who is straight, but is to get with Tali. Feels so good. That's why I don't even like Tali's romance as much as I probably should, to be honest, because I think Garrus deserves some. He is a bro. But if you're playing a female, S tier, he is the only one. The others pale in comparison, and it's not even close. Kaidan Alenko kind of feel the same as Ashley, but a little bit worse. He's also Karth, but I like him a little bit more than Karth. But they're like the same guy. Not really. The voice actors are the same. Um, I feel like if you were driving in the car with him, he'd make you turn down your music all the time because he'd complain about his headaches. What an asshole. I'm joking. He's solid. He's good. The first two human romances in Mass Effect aren't amazing. They feel okay as they evolve. The Mass Effect 2, you just feel so betrayed by them though, and I know they evolve in Mass Effect 3, but definitely mid-tier Mass Effect romance. Liara, now some would think S tier, and I don't blame them necessarily, but she's going to top A. I don't think she's as good as these ones. K, yes, I'm biased with Bastila. Also, Garrus is in the front of S. Um, but she's really good. She evolves. She becomes such a badass, almost like way overpowered by the end of Mass Effect 3, or really by the end of Mass Effect 2, or her DLC in Mass Effect 2. She definitely feels like the romance that the devs are absolutely pushing you to want to do. Like they're pushing you hard to do this one. But I do not think she's as good as these three. Meryl, the best one, in my opinion, from Mass Effect 2. And we're gonna put her at the back A. She's pretty good, you know? She's not like out there though. It's pretty standard. It goes exactly the way you would think it would. She's obsessed with the damn mirror, which gets a little annoying at times. But yeah, just solid. I don't really have anything against her. Just a solid one, especially in that game. Tali. Now, I want to put her here. It's really good. I really like how there is no romance at all in one, but then it builds up. It just evolves nicely. Feels really nice in Mass Effect 2. And then Mass Effect 3, it feels really nice too, because you just saved her whole people. The Quarians are really interesting, and she's really interesting. I love the whole, you know, difficulty with the relationship, with the whole she'll get sick kind of thing. But I can't in good faith put her in S. Maybe I'm biased because she deserves Garrus, in my opinion. I think she definitely deserves her. Or she deserves him. So Minthara. Um, this is tough. It's really good. I like her little evolution there, but she's absolutely fucking wacko at the same time. Um, kind of hard for her not to be based on her race. Um, anything about the lore. They're not very nice people. She definitely looks down on you if you're like not a drow, but it's not bad. I would put her right before House. Miranda is S tier. I might have a bias with assertive lady with black hair, but it's tough. Do I put her in front of Karlach? A lot of people are going to be mad about that if I do, but honestly, for me personally, it's true. It's true. A little bit weird, Mass Effect 2, as the time went on with all those butt shots. It is kind of weird. It's like really funny and how often it happens. And honestly, let's be real here. The ass doesn't even look that great. It looks so weird. I don't know how to describe it. It just doesn't look completely right. But Miranda is my girl, Mass Effect 2. She is my favorite Mass Effect 2 romance. And Mass Effect 2 is my favorite Mass Effect game. And it's not even close. She's a little weaker in Mass Effect 3, I would say. But she's still my girl. There is a mod that lets you use her as a companion. I know that's kind of unfair. Um, Maybe that's making me a little bit biased, but that mod is an amazing mod. You should try it. I don't know what it's called right now. It's like Miranda Plus or something like that. It's really good. Mizora, something like that. She is like a one-off. A lot of your companions get pretty miffed if you're already in a romance, which you probably are when you do it. Shadowheart definitely kind of, she says she doesn't mind it, but she doesn't. Let's be honest here. It's like a one-off little fun thing, so it can't go too high, but the character is fun and interesting and tied to Will pretty strongly. And Will doesn't seem to like it a lot when you do that. He's like, "What?" Honestly, she's just a fun little one-off thing, but the voice acting, everything is just so good. Yeah, we'll put her at C, top of C. Morinth, I mean, she just kills you. I mean, you just die. So, I mean, what is there? Yeah, bottom of D. Morgan, yep, front of Garrus. Again, assertive lady with black hair. Maybe I'm biased. I don't know. She's just amazing. She's my warden's babe, and she's gonna have my kid, and no other man better touch her. She's mine. Um, the only reason Liliana is this far down is because she is like the one I'm taking 95% of the time. She's the best. The DLC works with her. It feels good at the end. It's just, it's how I roll, man. It's how I roll. Now, Blackwall, he's okay, pretty standard. I don't have too strong of an opinion. Put him right behind Karth. He feels like a Karth kind of romance. Samara, there is like no romance, but she at least is interesting. We'll put her behind Juhani. Sarah, I just found Sarah annoying, guys. Bottom of C. She's just really annoying. I do not really care for her character all that much. Yeah, just kind of annoying. Shadowheart is the best one. I didn't think it was possible. I honestly didn't think going in. I knew I was gonna romance her. Okay, but I didn't think I would like her more than Morgan, especially in only one game. Morgan's in like what, two? But what is there to say? She's the most chosen one in Baldur's Gate 3, and I think that's a good one, or a good showing of why. But she might just be, she's the obvious choice, to be honest. But her story's really good. I like the whole edginess to it. I love her in early access, maybe even a little bit more. She's just a great character. The voice is amazing. Has to be there. Yeah, yeah, has to be. She's just the one. It's hard not to pick her. Like Karlach's really good, but I mean Shadowheart's right there. Solus is definitely up there, right above, right before Alistair. He's good. The whole shebang with the story is really neat, and it's a nice twist that changes it up. I don't know how much the next game is going to affect my opinion. I'm not even going to play the next one until Veilguard, until it's like really cheap, because I just don't care. I don't have hope for BioWare anymore. But yeah, Thane is awesome. Thane is a definite A, but where an A? He seems like good, just, the backer end of A. He's great. He's awesome. He's an awesome character. He's going to die, so there's always a bit of tragedy in there because of that. The Emperor is just a fun one. He's got to be there with Mizora, but Mizora. A little worse. You're just doing it for fun. It doesn't really make any sense, right? Like, like why are you actually doing it? To be honest, it's just for fun, especially in a multiplayer game. Somebody's gonna do it because it's just funny, right? So Samantha Trainor, she's got a really expensive toothbrush. She's she's not bad. She has a problem being, at the end of a trilogy, but she's not too bad. Honestly, I kind of put her there, right in front of Dorian. She's not bad. Yeah, that feels about right, I would say. Zevran, a little fucking elf guy. If I was gonna be honest, feels like slightly ahead of Curie. He's not a lot there, or there's not a lot there, but he's not bad, He does try to murder you, and then it's kind of neat to, get him to not murder you later. But there's not a whole lot there anyway, but it's really easy to bang him. He's kind of a little slut. But yeah, that's my list, guys. Come and yell at me. But, well, actually, do we want to reorder anybody? Nah, that feels right to me. A tier, so S tier's good. A tier, honestly, I feel like Astarion should definitely go ahead of Solus. And then that feels good. B tier. B tier, no, that seems good to me. C tier. It feels a little sad that these are ahead because they're just fun, but I guess that shows. Like, these characters are good. Like, almost all these characters except Sarah. She's just annoying to me, I'm sorry. Are good. But the romance, though, honestly, the joy you get from just these are fun, to me, beats these, in my opinion. And D tier, she has to be last. She literally just murders you, and that's it. I still don't remember this guy's name. I'm sorry. Jacob has to be really last. The only reason, honestly, I feel like that's fair. We'll put Jacob behind there. Javik is also just a fun one, to be honest, but screw the DLC. And you gotta get another DLC for this to even proc. Anyway, Gage is just like feels like an idiot. And this guy's a really good hat, so we'll put it there.